I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Aries. For Aries, Jupiter is going to spend its last month on your ascendant, so definitely you have to gain maximum out of this. The second thing is that there is too much happening in your 12th house. So if you are going to experience some losses, if you know that there are certain angles in your life which can create losses, don't play with that. This time can create unexpected expenses, so try to control your expenses. People who want to travel abroad may experience certain difficulties. There can be a lot of to and fro, or maybe even visa issues, so be mindful there. Saturn and Mars is also going to collide and go into Graha Yuddha around 10th, 11th of April. Nothing to worry, you can watch my Mars transit in Aquarius video where I've explained in details what Mars will do. But overall, the month of April seems to be a little chaotic for Aries, Ascendant and Moon sign natives, especially because the cluster of energy is happening around the 12th house. That means you might be desperate for the gains, especially the financial gains, but there can be extra expenses, unexpected, uncalculated expenses. Overall, if you observe the days when Moon will be traveling in Aquarius and Pisces, therefore Moon crossing Saturn and Moon crossing Rahu, you can watch these videos on my Instagram channel. The link of the Instagram channel is in the description box. You can also search with Punneit Astrology. If you see, when Moon crosses these two zodiacs, so those 5-6 days you will have to be extra cautious. Nothing to worry, Jupiter is in your first house, but 12th house energies can also create medical expenses, and people who are already feeling isolated may feel a little triggered during this time. Don't allow the energies to trigger you. Reading Hanuman Chalisa every day is going to be an excellent remedy. This is not a month where you will experiment, but this is a month where you will go one step at a time and deal everything case by case and as they come. Taurus Ascendant. Now for Taurus, if you observe, your Ascendant Lord is Venus, and Venus is going exalt in the month of April. In the 11th house, Venus, Sun, Rahu, all will come together. There is a Mercury retrograde happening in this particular month. So you can see too much is going on in your 11th house. Although an exalt Ascendant Lord means that you will be more powerful, you will get your fulfillment of wishes. Your desires will also meet a certain expectation. You will be able to execute what you want, but you will also see that there will be people who are creating contradiction. There will be office politics, and in this particular month you will also see that the energies will be a bit more scattered. You will also see that there are career related challenges because of Mars and Saturn coming very close in the middle of April, and also Sun crossing the boundary of Revati and Ashwini Gandanta. Sun is going to go exalt on 14th of April, which is good for you, but then the Sun goes in the 12th house. So if you want to start a partnership, if you want to work your differences with your business partner, with your colleagues, with your associates, it's a great time. If you want to hire people for your expansion of business, this can be a very good time. And because of Jupiter future movement in your first house, it is going to be auspicious. This may be an expense to create a platform which you will be able to utilize later on, but nevertheless you will have to be very, very careful and watchful. There can be certain challenges coming with your elder siblings and with your network circle, like there can be point of view differences. You may spend a lot of time enjoying, partying, and you may miss opportunity. So be very careful when you are spending your time, money and effort in collaborating, in spending time with friends. I'm not saying it's bad, but you should know, and you should know what is the limit, and also you should know how to prioritize your life. That should be the main goal in the month of April. prioritizing, channelizing, and structuring your everyday day-to-day life. Gemini. Now, in case of Gemini ascendant, this is going to be a month where you will focus more on your career. You will focus more on how to invest money, how to gain different perspective in your life, how to seek for promotion. All that is very much possible, but you will see that somehow some of your efforts that you will put in may go waste. Why? Because not 100% efficiency will come in the month of April. Reason? Mercury's retrogression, falling back to Pisces, going debilitated again, approaching Rahu, then coming very close to Rahu, then again getting direct. I will make a separate video for Mercury retrograde motion. But try to understand that April is a month that can create certain level of confusion, certain level of rework. So you might assume that you have achieved certain amount of money. Let's take an example. Let's say you have a business and now you have gained a certain amount of profit. You are very happy, but somehow there is a damage or there is a rework needed and you can't get extra money for that. So from the profit, you have to spend some money to complete the rework and complete the deliverables. What that does, it eats up with the profit margin. This is the kind of scenario and the theme that will play out. Not that it's negative, just that if you expect 100, you will get 80. But you should not be sad because you have received 80. You could have received 20. So see the brighter side of everything. Although Venus is going to go exalt in the month of April, and Venus will be exalt in your 10th house, which kind of gives a lot of relief. Just that your belief system will be hampered. I have explained this in the Mars video. So there will be a lot of travel also. The travel can eat up on your expense. Especially you will plan something and then the work calling happens, and then because of work you are unable to go to a vacation. Plan your life accordingly because you are going to keep yourself very busy during this time. So it's a very much work oriented month, and this might hamper your personal life. But as long as you are managing both of them nicely, you will be in a good shape. Now, how to manage? See, you have to focus on the exalted Venus. You will have to be very creative. You will have to be a little romantic in case if you are, if you are having a kind of a rough patch in your life, you try to do something for your partner. And I know that Venus and Rahu in the energies in the 10th house is going to create a very different kind of atmosphere in your workplace. Your workplace will give you more relief than your home. This can create controversies and extramarital affairs in certain horoscopes, so beware of that also. Gemini overall will see a great boost in their income if they work hard and if they choose the right options, because you will be given multiple choice and you will have to pick up the right one. The right one will be a kind of a choice which will not appeal to you much, but rather it will be very practical in nature. So focus there. Chanting Ganesh mantra, Om Gam Ganapate Namah, every day, 3 malas will be a brilliant remedy. Cancer ascendant natives. Now for you, if you see the month of April not in an isolated transit but as a collective month, it is going to give you a mixed result. Now totally depends on whether you are bogged down and you are desperate and frustrated by the Saturn Mars in the 8th house, or you are trying to be more happy and you're trying different ways, experimenting few things and pulling yourself out, even if there are problems in life because of the exalted Venus in the 9th house. See, it's your 11th Lord getting exalt. I will make a separate video for Venus exaltation, but try to understand that the month of April is definitely a kind of month where 11th Lord is getting exalt. That means your income will improve. Jupiter is also going to have a positive time from the 10th and the 11th house. Focus on your career. Focus on creating positive changes. Watch my Mars transit in Aquarius video for Cancer ascendant. I have explained warning signs in that particular video. And this is a particular month, April, where you should be changing your life in the positive way, but you should always focus who is your guru. What lifestyle are you following? Because lifestyle related issues will happen during this time. It can also create rift and differences with your father or even your guru. This can also create a lot of tamasic energy in your life because Venus combines with Rahu combines with Sun, and until 14th of April, until Sun crosses and goes exalt, you will see the first half of the month is really on the darker side, on the slightly negative side, but the second half is very good because Sun is becoming exalt, your second lord becoming exalt. Suddenly you will get all the support from the family. So there are chances that you will fall to a trap or something during this time. So be careful, be alert, and play safe while you are traversing through the month of April. Saturn-Mars conjunction in the 8th house shows chance of sudden financial loss, sudden problems. Maybe you are being lured in, say, there are loan apps and something that is lucrative, something that is seemingly beautiful, and you go and buy that. Let's say you like this watch so much and you bought that watch, and now you realize that the money that was saved for something else has been consumed in the watch. That's just a simple example. At that moment it will seem very positive decision, something that motivates you and makes you happy, but later on that can be a financial challenge. So those kind of attitude should be kept checked, should be kept away from your life, and try to maintain a very healthy lifestyle. Yoga, pranayam and chanting Shri Sukt is a brilliant remedy. Leo Ascendant. Now in your case, your Ascendant Lord will be either in the 8th house or in the 9th house. So you can understand that a lot of energy plays happening in the 7th, 8th and 9th house. And then in the 8th house, you see Venus entering, getting exalt, then Mercury coming back as retrograde Mercury. And this month is going to be full of changes, transformation, and you should focus on finding financial security, mental security. So meditate a lot. See if you can invest your money in instruments like insurance policies and similar kind of instruments. And then Mars and Saturn coming in the 7th house is going to create a lot of challenge in your life, especially in your married life. So you should communicate wisely with your spouse. Now you should avoid any kind of greed. You should avoid any kind of lust during this time. This can create hormonal related issues and mood swings throughout the month. You will also love to explore different things in your life. You will love to explore different knowledge in your life. Some people will have this keen interest in starting new things. Some people can also start new business, new ventures with their spouse. You will also see that you will be able to do lot more creative work during this time. You will have a lot of ideas, but when you're executing them, you will have problems. So this is more like a month where your thought processes becomes very active, your sixth sense becomes very active. So utilize this to write down the ideas and then take a call once Jupiter comes in the 10th house. Virgo Ascendant. Now in case of Virgo, you will see Mercury is going to hover from the 8th and the 7th house. A lot is happening in the 6th, 7th and 8th house. So for Virgo Ascendant, marriage, business, health. These are the three areas that are mostly impacted. You might also see that you are seeing few friends becoming your enemies. You might also experience happy moments in your marriage and then sudden obsessive possessive moments in your marriage also. Miscommunication can create controversy, so stay away. Be very, very mindful of what you're speaking. If you maintain more silence, it will be really great for you. Jupiter, once it moves in your 9th house on 1st of May, gives you a wide variety of options that you can explore in your life. If you also observe, your 9th Lord Venus is exalt in the 7th house, so new business opportunities might come up, but the competition will be really hard. So if you are planning to start a new business, if you're planning to launch new projects during this time, be ready to face stiff competition, challenges and hurdles. But if you win over them, you will be able to become very, very successful. So overall for Virgo, it's more about planning for the future. This month more relies on, having a good time with your family, winning over the obstacles. But if all this overwhelms you, then it can affect your health. So don't let it overwhelm you. Meditate a lot and go peacefully, taking one step at a time. Chanting Hanuman Chalisa every day is going to be an excellent remedy. If you think that you are having too many Shatru, enemy, negative energy affecting you, chant Bajrang Band, but with lot of respect, without taking anybody name, just asking for self-defense, just asking for protection. Libra Ascendant. For Libra, you will have to ensure that you don't fall into any kind of argument or dispute while you think that you are right and you have an upper hand. Your Ascendant Lord is Exalt, which is very good for you. You also face a Viprit Rajyog, good for you. If you face stiffer competition, if you are happily moving into your life without worrying, you will win. The day you start worrying, the moment you start worrying, the moment you start getting fearful, or the moment you ignore your health, then there will be problem, because Venus is Exalt in the 8th house in the month of April, which is by the way, your Ascendant Lord, but it is with Rahu. That means exalted Venus and Rahu in the 6th house can create addictions, can create gambling related challenges, can cause loss of money because you are indulgent in some activity. It can create controversies, extramarital affairs. On the contrary, Mars and Saturn in the 5th house also shows challenges, and this can destroy your punya karma. So focus on gathering as many positive karma as possible this month. Jupiter is in the 7th house. It is going to help you, guide you. So this is the time when you should not listen to yourself, but listen to the elders, advised by the learned people, and maybe learn through your own experience. Now, because Sun and Rahu will meet together, there are a couple of eclipses also happening during this time. Be watchful of the energies, because these energies will impact your mind heavily. Keep a track of moon transit. Now moon is moving from moon moves each zodiac 2.5 days. So you watch when moon is in Aquarius, Pisces and Aries. I will keep on uploading the moon transit videos on my Instagram channel. Watch that and you will get to know whenever moon is with Saturn or Rahu. And all those 5-6 days, do nothing, no adventure, no gambling, no investment, because mind can be tricked by the energies and you will be troubled more. This can create a kind of a state where you feel drinking alcohol is going to make you happy, but it is going to make you sick. So you will find happiness in places which can destroy you. So this is a paradox that Venus will create. On one hand it is Exalt, on the other hand it is giving you victory over your enemies, but there are illusions which you can fall for. So beware of those illusions, otherwise you will have a good health, good life. Just maintain your positive lifestyle. This month is going to, sometimes make you smile and win, but you should be very strong from within. Scorpio. For Scorpio, this month is going to be a little bit more personal. It will impact your personal life more because things are happening around 4th and 5th house. So you need to take care about your mother's health, also about your children, about your productivity. This is the time when you should feed hungry people, make people happy, try to be as positive and cheerful as possible, and do affirmation and meditation as much as possible. See, Venus is going to go exalt in your 5th house. 5th house exalted planet is a very good Rajyog. But this might also give you a kind of an illusion where you are shopping, you are indulging into material activity just to keep you happy and moving. Nothing wrong, but if you go beyond a certain point, it will start affecting your health, especially if you indulge into alcohol. Now, if you observe, Mercury, which is your 8th lord, will keep moving around 6th and 5th house, and it will come back in the 5th house. So this can be a little challenging towards your health. So be mindful of what you eat, what you consume during this month, especially for females who are about to give birth to the child or who are trying to conceive. You need to be watchful of these energies. Praying to Bhagwan Ganesh is going to be an excellent remedy. Praying to and drawing swastik on your main gate is going to be a good way to dissipate the negative energy. Bell, Shankh is going to be a very, very effective way of cutting down all the negative vibrations from the home. See, Saturn and Mars are going to align, as well as Sun and Rahu are going to align in the same month. First, there will be a Sun and Rahu alignment conjunction around 5th of April, and then there will be Mars and Saturn alignment happening. Then Sun will go into the 6th house. which is basically your 10th lord. So a lot is happening in your personal life that will impact your career, that will impact your work area. What you will have to do is you will have to keep these two separate, meditate, don't try to execute control on life, rather than go with the flow. Use the exalted Venus property. Venus is in the 12th house. This is the 12th lord. So the exalted Venus property is have a good time with your spouse. Create a very nice, serene environment. Sometimes illusion is good because there are problems. So illusion acts as a distraction, and that keeps you sane, that keeps you checked. So people who are facing problems should have like a floral environment, positive environment. Keep chanting. Keep running some positive music on YouTube. Don't at all by any way watch anything negative during this time. And you will see that you will be happy and you will sail through the month quite positively. Sagittarius ascendant. Sagittarius will have a good time because Venus is getting exalted in the 4th house. You will feel happy, you will feel motivated, you will feel joyous, and you will have good friends and good company. Saturn Mars in the 3rd house also shows that you will do things with full enthusiasm and with proper conviction. Whereas Jupiter in the 5th house is already giving blessings to your ascendant. So overall, this is going to be a very positive month. Just ensure that because Rahu and Sun are together, do not gamble, do not bet something, be very careful. Rahu is going to be a bit of challenge in your case because Sun is your 9th lord. So it might happen that you are happy to change places, you are happy to do things that are a bit risky, but if you are very careful, then you will have good return of investment. But if you are not careful, this can be a little bit challenging. So be mindful there. But otherwise, this is going to be a very positive month. It can give you new investment, expansion of business is possible, new real estate is possible, and you will also see that health of your mother will improve. You will have a good time in your home. You will see that you will bring luxury in your house. You will have a lot of food in your house. So kind of takes care of many mundane things. Now, when material things are taken care of, you should spend time in spiritual zone. You should spend time praying to Ma Bhagavati, Ma Lalita Tripur Sundari by chanting Lalita Sahasranam every day. Chanting Shri Sukta on Friday is also a very good remedy. Be polite, be humble, be happy, be joyous, and that's the message for April 2024. Capricorn. Capricorn is going to experience a lot of energies around 2nd and 3rd house. That means your financial planning, your connection with your siblings, your connection with yourself, your financial and mental security is going to be something that you should look out for during this particular month. When Moon goes in Aquarius and Pisces, ensure that you are not doing any business related activity, you are not going into any contract, you are not starting something new, because when Moon is crossing Aquarius and Pisces, this is going to cross a lot of energies: Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Venus, Sun, Mercury, Jupiter. All planets are clustered around this particular house. Be careful when you are fighting for your rights with your neighbor. Be careful when you are feeding animals, because there can be a revert attack on you. These are small things that you should take care of. Also, you should be very careful how you are consuming food, what you are talking and speaking. Your gesture, your body language needs to be corrected. If you want to correct your posture, or if you have some bone or structural problems in your body, you can obviously go to doctors, chiropractors, other experts, and you will see positive changes happening. Travel is very much possible, especially local travel. Jupiter is going to stabilize a lot of things, but you should ensure that out of happiness you should not take a decision. Say for example, something positive has happened or you have gained a lot of profit. Now take a step back and secure yourself first. Say for example, you got a certain amount of profit and now you want to invest that profit and you want to grow without any plan. A bad idea. If you go with a lot of strategy and planning, you will find things become very positive. After all, when your 5th and 10th lord goes exalt, which is Venus by the way, in your 3rd house, it shows some positive travel, some good time with friends, but also beware that you are not taking any decision based on illusion. Venus and Rahu coming together. Stay away from controversy, and if you are planning to go into a relationship, be mindful get your horoscope checked. Aquarius. Now for Aquarius, everything is becoming very personal. Why? Because a lot of things happening in the first house and second house in the month of April. So you will be more engaged in your personal body, in your personal life, more things to do with your family. So this particular month will go planning things related to your family members. Maybe there is a fight, maybe there are important things to be done, maybe there are roles and responsibilities that you need to execute. What that can do is that can drain you from energy, and it can drive your attention away from your career. Try to maintain that work-life balance, which is much needed at this point of time. Financial planning is also needed. There will be extra expenses for some other people, very much maybe an expense towards your spouse, because your 7th lord is in the 2nd house. So this shows that there are changes in the spouse's life that is directly impacting you. It's not a negative month, it's a month of transformation, it's a month of change, it's a month of positive decisions. And if you deal it in that way, every single day of the month will be actually very positive. But there is always going to be a self-doubt, a war within yourself that may be stopping you from actually exploring life. This is a month where you should focus on meditation, yoga, pranayam, holistic health, and focus on a lot of mantra jap. Now because Mercury is going retrograde and hovering around the Aries and Pisces Gandanta, you have to be a little bit careful about your own physical health, what you eat. Eat right, sleep right, and maintain basic discipline, and you will see this month will give you more than you have expected. Because of the financial expenses, be very careful and track down each little expense. Maybe start writing every single expense, and you will see that you will be in a much better position to manage not only your family but yourself, your mind. People suffering from anxiety should pray to Bhagwan Hanuman. Pisces Ascendant. For Pisces Ascendant, if you observe, you will have an exalted Venus in your 1st house. So this shows that you will love your existence. You will feel good about everything. But be careful that Rahu is also in the 1st house, and this Rahu can be a spoil sport here. Rahu, Sun, Venus coming together on the 1st house. This is quite a kind of time where you might have a lot of personality crisis. You might want to be like a certain person, when you want to prove to be a certain person, you want to have a mask in front of you. But what are you becoming is a very important question. For people who are involved into media, if you are a social media personality, this is a very good time, because this month helps you shine bright. But a lot happens in the 12th house. Saturn, Mars coming very close to each other. So you will have to be careful how you're communicating. This can create unexpected financial losses. You might end up investing much more, thinking it will give you gain, but later on there are obstacles and you get to know some other truth or reality. So go slow. Be happy, enjoy your life, but go slow in this month. Then Mercury will come back in your 1st house in the retrograde fashion. It will come very close to Rahu. This shows that you will have to be very careful about your communication skills. When you are writing something on social media, when you are speaking something, be mindful, because this can go viral in a negative way. Otherwise, Jupiter in the 2nd house will make you proud, will make you happy, you will make your family proud, and this particular month will ensure that you are more like self-oriented. Now, nothing is bad there. You should value yourself. But if you become self-obsessed, then you will see that you will start getting criticism, and this can make you lonely. You can lose friends and you can remain isolated. So watch those angles of life and you will be in the right position.